Let's get out of here.
No, we have to get the disc back.
Right. Confidential mission. So I guess the third game we'll take a stab at. This was by Sega Hitmaker, released to arcades in the early 2000s, or just 2000 in general. I'm not sure what the exact year it came out in. This was ported to the Dreamcast, but we're playing the arcade version, emulated in Flycast. This is for all intents and purposes Virtual Cop 2.5. It wasn't made by the same developer. It was Sega's Hitmaker division, also known for Virtual On and Crazy Taxi. But it's very Virtual Cop in spirit. In fact, I think it actually has a lot of the scoring just ripped off from Virtual Cop 2. We'll talk about it. I think this game is pretty difficult. We'll see how it goes. But there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about. It's got a cool scoring system. It's got a nice sense of humor and little details. Even like in the attract mode, it would show the current date and time, which is busted now because of the timer in recent years, which is a shame. Also, I need to apologize in advance. I'm playing this on Flycast, and this game has problems with the sound shooting enemies. So when you've noticed when I'm shooting enemies and there's no sound, that is why. It is outside of my control. It affects not only this game, but also the Maze of the Kings, which was another game I thought about actually submitting to this marathon for 1cc play. We'll just have to go with it. So sorry about that in advance. But without further ado, let's just play. So let me get all set up here with my gun. And I'm going to do a cheeky thing, which is as I press start, I'm also going to keep the trigger held down. Here's the reload screen, shooting. So this used IR sensors in the arcade. And just some calibration. It's kind of cool. If you keep the trigger held down, you can see the thing get aimed around. I think that stuff can be disabled, the calibration screen. Anyway, story.
International terrorists have seized control of the World Coalition's latest high-tech spy satellite. CMF sources have traced the satellite to an archaeological...
This game is very Mission Impossible, James Bond-ish. But like I said, it has a little bit of humor to it, which I think makes it stand out. And it's I don't know how to describe it. It's so Sega. Like it's you know, they had fun with it, clearly. This character. Yeah, that's the death animation sounds, but it'll start cutting out. So this is Confidential mission. You'll notice, why my gun is calibrated? There we go. Just like Virtual Cop, you just shoot enemies when you see that target reticle around them. It has the Justice Shot, and they call it the Justice Shot. I guess AM2 didn't trademark it or patent the whole concept. And unlike Virtual Cop, if you Justice Shot an enemy, you can actually be a sadistic monster and actually shoot the enemy who's already Justice Shot twice afterwards. So you can Justice Shot and 3-hit combo the same guy. Also, you can shoot these monkeys, and they're worth points. I don't know why. I did the secret score code, which enabled score pop-ups. So you hold the trigger when you press start, and you see these score pop-ups. They're helpful if you want to verify that you're getting the 3-hit combos and the Justice Shots. Because kind of like Virtual Cop 2, the second and third shots on the enemy are worth more. The points you get are based on how long the target reticles around the screen. There's a grenade attack there. Floppy disks are important, but sometimes we'll see they clip into the environment and you can't shoot them, and there's nothing you can do about that.
You cannot escape.
The floppy disk briefcase is 3,000 points, and the floppy disks themselves are 5,000, so you want to pick up as many floppies as possible. QuickTime events are also introduced in this game, something the Virtual Cop games wouldn't do until 3. And that QuickTime event is really weird because you actually get more points the less time you have left on the clock. So if you actually complete it quickly, you'll end up scoring less points than if you had beat it just with the speed that I did. And, my mind didn't really like this game because of the enemies you fight in this. They're museum guards, but I thought they were like police officers, but they're kind of like, I guess, goons dressed as museum guards, so it's somewhat okay. And graphically, this was on the Sega Naomi hardware, which is based on the Dreamcast, which explains the Dreamcast port this game got, and graphically, pretty nice. Get different weapons, assault rifle. Yeah, no sound, emulation glitch, I apologize, there's nothing I can do. Did a cheeky thing using the grenade to collect the items. Here's a quick time event that's kind of difficult. We'll see how it goes. Just hand me down my sights, I guess. Hate this quick time event. Got it. Alright. If you fail it, you take a different path. And I don't want that path. There are some branching paths in this game, but they're very few and far between, sadly. There's only a branching path in the first 2 stages. There's 3 stages. The 3rd stage is completely linear. There's different things to shoot, like the stuff in the museum. It definitely is safer to just shoot every enemy once, but if you can 3-hit an enemy, that'd be nice. Here's the laser sight. When I was submitting games to this marathon, I was practicing this game with a crosshair, but I realized it would actually be pointless using the crosshair because they do give you that power-up, and it'd just be weird. Using a crosshair would be like using a laser sight all the time. The guys on the roof. 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this is the first stage is a museum. You also get a life up. Collecting one of each of the CMF letters gives you a life up. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner how many letters I need. So you need 1 C, 1 M, 1 F. And CMF stands for Confidential Mission Force, which is where the main characters of this game are from. These rocket launcher guys shoot 3 rockets before they run away. You get points for shooting the rockets, so it's a bit higher scoring to let them fire, shoot the projectiles 3 times. So here's the first boss. This guy. Alright. So this boss will send goons after you. He's kind of like King or Kong, whatever the second boss from Virtual Cop 1 was. Kong, there we go. Actually, no, it was King, my bad. I get confused. So, kind of a mixture of a boss who will actually try to fight you himself, and then he also has goons to send at you. And all the bosses in this game have a strategy in which you can play them a bit slower for more points. Which I may not have factored into my estimate for this game. So, I'll play a bit for scoring. We'll see. And this guy has like a magical remote, so he can just make the whole museum try to kill you. It's a bit hard shooting the enemies that drop down because the camera like pans away from them in a really jarring manner that sort of throws off your aim. It should be popping up here. Yeah, it's just kind of a goofy first boss. Those cannons actually will shoot. They don't have projectiles. The guy's not doing a particularly good job of hiding, so we're just gonna shoot him. So if you actually just go ham on the boss, you'll damage him really quickly, and then you'll skip a lot of these phases, so you get less points. So I'm kind of going for a hybrid, mostly just focusing on survival if possible, but a little bit of scoring. But you catch my drift. Some bosses in like good games, you can kind of prolong them a bit. You get more value out of it. So, like, these are all worth points. Eventually he'll stop it though. Yeah, so he's gonna run around, you just shoot him. Alright, that's the first boss. And get the disc back from him.
Let's look at this disc.
It may give us some clues.
The guy who plays the male character, Howard Gibson, thanks game for reminding me, is voiced by the guy who plays Barry Burton from Resident Evil 1 original. If the internet is to be believed.
Has kidnapped Irina Mikolova, satellite programmer, and they have forced her to reprogram the satellite. She's being held captive on a train traveling through the mountains.
So we're stopping this whole spy satellite, so it's totally James Bond.
Mikolova's locked up in the freight car.
Alright.
Keep an eye on her.
So there's 3 stages. Or L, capital E. Alright. It sucks that the emulation glitches just cut the sound out, because the sound design for shooting enemies is really good. That mixed with the whole ability to like 3-hit everyone, it kind of is sort of like Time Crisis to get a rhythm going, and it's just fun just shooting enemies like that. Again, I'm sorry, but that's I have no control over the emulation glitches. The assault rifle. A lot of guys in black suits.
Are all these guys after Irina?
Yeah, ain't she popular?
Also, I guess we're going in the territory of cheesy voice acting in light gun games, so a lot of these games are infamous for their really poor voice acting, but I kind of don't mind it in this game. Like, it's cheesy, but like in the best way, I think. Or hostages. Hostages not only, hang on. Okay, I got the laser sight, cool. Hostages not only deduct a life, they also deduct points. It is possible to have negative points in this game. Like if you play the first stage and just shoot nothing but hostages, your score will be red and it will have a minus in front of it. I don't believe Virtual Cop has that property. Another letter. Alright. Get the assault rifle.
Quick, up to the roof. Watch your
Why are they capitalizing the word roof? Leaving a grammar Nazi here. Another fun scene. It's the Sega Naomi is... I'm fond of the Sega Model too, but the Sega Naomi board, I think I'm probably the most fond over, because it just, I don't know, when this game was out, and typically you'd find this game at Dave & Buster's, you know, back before Dave & Buster's became what it is now. It was just cool seeing these, and these had like big projection screen monitors, which are probably dead by now. The good news is that, because this game used IR sensors, you can throw whatever monitor you want. It's not like House of the Dead or Virtual Cop 1, where you need a CRT. You actually can throw any screen as long as the video signal outputs correctly. You can get it in, which is kind of cool because it's just, you know, just the sensors around the screen. All right. More guys here. All right, and another QTE. Here we go. Repeatedly tap the start button to save arena. Come on. Okay. We're good. I am not okay. If you fail that QuickTime event, you take a path that is not that great. Yeah, just cut off her scream. Very rude of you, emulation glitches. Yeah, typically people are screaming here. Okay, well, I got shot there, but I had the shield, so I guess that was okay. This game has rank, so let's talk about rank. So it's a property of many arcade games. Good segue. Many arcade games actually get harder the better you play. This game has rank in that actually enemies will shoot faster the better you play. Which also makes it challenging for points because, again, like, the points you kind of get for most enemies is based on how quickly you shoot them, how much time you have when they appear. And if you get shot, it lowers the rank. I got shot with the shield. Or the body armor, and there's 2 body armors in this area, which is kind of cool. So it lowered the rank, but in that particular instance, it didn't lose a life. More letters. So you get most of your letters in this stage. For lives. It's kind of important. Again, I can't shoot those floppy disks because they clip into the environment. It's just kind of an annoying thing for this game. But it's okay. We keep moving forward. The guy drops a grenade, but I can't really shoot it. Grenades are kind of cool in that they can actually collect items for you. Although it seems to only really happen in the first museum level on the rooftops. Another quick time event. Jump!
Shoot at the couplers.
Shoot at the... capitalizing all these random words that don't need to be capitalized in the subtitles. I just noticed that now. It's just kind of weird. Alright, shoot the couplers. And nothing bad happens. Well, you miss out on points, but nothing else bad happens if you fail that quick time event. It just seems like a minor inconvenience to the characters, but you don't lose a life or anything. That guy you never see again. I guess he's like an ally of, Howard and Gene, I believe, is his second character's name. Gene Clifford. What? Also, you'll notice in many light gun games, characters just say, what? Like, they deliver the line like that. Alright, this is the general. No particular general, like, by name, he's just the general. Wow! Okay. Man, these camera angles are actually kind of... Camera movements are a bit RNG. You can shoot the things in the back of the train, which actually are worth points. Wow, these camera angles actually are really bad right now. The game will never, like, do off-screen damage. It's pretty kind about that. In fact, if the camera presents enemies at you in a manner where you can't actually shoot them because they're off-screen, you will not take damage. So the game is actually pretty kind about that stuff, which is nice. So this is the general, and you actually can shoot his tank per point. Again, another reason to point out the square pop-ups, so you can actually see that stuff. It's not worth a crazy amount of points, but it adds up, so might as well go for it. Then he starts throwing projectiles from his rocket launcher. So, it's kind of boring, but part of the strat, I guess. Alright. Alright, I guess I'll finish him off. It's kind of boring, honestly. Just shoot, shoot, shoot. Alright, he's dead.
Where is our next mission?
Well, maybe Irina can tell us where their base is.
Yeah, maybe. Alright. Ah, man. So now we go to the final stage. It's definitely the hardest of the three, and we'll see how it goes. That's a fun level, too. Has some goofy moments.
South of Irina, we have located Agari's headquarters. However, our intelligence has informed us that the satellite control system is being transported to a submarine. Your mission is to break in and retrieve the
Typical evil,
Good luck.
evil spy island. Yeah, this, definitely the developers had seen some Mission Impossible or Bond. Which is fun. And again, I appreciate the humor that this game has. You know, it's a fun game. If you can find this, I personally recommend it. if you're a fan of Virtual Cop and haven't checked this out, I think it's worth your time. It's just pretty fair and balanced and cool scoring system, and yeah, it's a good time. A lot of turrets here you have to shoot, and they kind of shoot quickly. So I'll try to get rid of them as fast as I can. This part's really hard. We'll see how this goes. Up, down. No, that is not how you do that, Soon. Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, you kind of have to shoot the enemies in a specific order. That's fine. Let's just move on. More justice shots for everyone. Those floppy disks. They're really valuable. You don't want to miss out on floppy disks, really. Also, since I got shot, I guess the rank is lowered now. Just a little fun thing I like to do while playing this game. And a lot of scientists just getting in your way. Like up there. Just kind of making our way through here. And I think there's one more guy here. There are no branching paths in this stage, it is entirely linear. But yeah, it definitely gets harder here. So let's see what I can do. A lot of enemies that will shoot from a distance. Just kind of annoying. They give you a laser sight, but it doesn't last very long. Don't copy that floppy. I'm super exhausted, sorry. Cool. And then... the parts. Sometimes the game does stupid trickery where it will kind of move the camera angle in a sort of confusing way and throw off your aim. So a lot of goons in this one. But I guess it's nice the main villain's just prepared, so it's not messing around. Okay. That guy just hanging out there. Three. Then you can shoot him. Shot that guy a bit early. It's fine. Body armor. Alright, and we're off to the final boss. So that's pretty good. I have the body armor, so I guess in theory that's a 7th bonus life. This boss is somewhat annoying, so we'll see how he goes. There is a bit of a scoring strat where you can play him slower. I'm probably not going to go for it.
The satellite has been programmed to strike anywhere in the world.
Gasp.
Even at the confidential mission.
Oh no.
Headquarters.
He has an eye patch, so he must be evil.
No. You must have come here to die.
Okay, and he dresses up in this punk-looking outfit for some reason, which becomes relevant later in the fight. A lot of times you're just shooting him. There's some leftovers. Okay. Let me focus here. This part sucks. Okay, use the shield there. So that attack is really hard because you not only have to shoot the projectiles, but you also have to shoot him when he slides on the ground, or he shoots you, or you don't shoot him, and then the projectiles will hit you instead. It's a tricky attack. You can deal with it though. It's just hard. That's fine. I'll go for a bit of points and risk it, because I'm stupid. Shoot some projectiles. These are all worth points. Just shoot him a bunch, I guess. It's coming. Less. Okay. No. I probably misplayed that. No. Okay, got through it. Where is he at? What the? Why did he swing the sword there? I've never seen that happen. That's a weird glitch. Alright. Just go ham on him at the end. Okay, it's not over yet.
Farewell, confidential mission.
Farewell in all caps.
The bomb will explode and he will get away.
There it is.
Okay. One final thing that we'll have to deal with, I guess.
30 seconds. 29.
Let's get him.
28.
There. Let's get our
26.
supply equipment in.
24. 23. 22.
Right.
20. 19.
Yep. Shooting the gun sight is allowed with the submarine. Okay.
14. 13. 12. 11.
And there we go. That was a 1 cc of confidential mission.
6. 5.
Man.
4.
And that deserves a high five, I guess. And a thumbs up.
0.
This game's so funny. Just blow up the whole island. But they made it out. They get this nice, amazing bit of dialogue to end it.
Howard, got any plans for the holidays?
It's a confidential mission.
He said the thing. That's the one moment I complain about this game's subtitles just being a mess, but like, I am totally fine with confidential mission being in all caps there, and that's the game. Yeah, confidential mission's loads fun. If you can ever find it, or if you want to play it on Dreamcast, it's pretty cool. Some of the weapons I think are different in the Dreamcast because it doesn't have IR sensors. It uses CRTs. So the laser sight weapon that you saw me get, I don't think that's actually available. And the game literally ends with a blooper reel. This game is incredible. Here you go, Dean Harrington, Barry, whatever, Leanhart. So one of those guys played Barry Burton from Resident Evil 1 original, and he plays Howard Gibson, the Player 1 character. Alright. Initials in, I guess. You can also put the characters as your initials, like pictures. And that's the highest rank in this game, a triple S. And to score triple S, you just have to score over 2 million points, I believe. You get a crap load of points for clearing the game because you get like 50,000 points for each extra life you have left. So this game actually awards you pretty handsomely if you could no-miss it or beat it with a ton of lives. So, what was that? 50,000 times 6 lives left. So I got 300,000 bonus points at the end. That put me over the top to get that rank. Really fun game. I'm going to grab some water here, and then I guess we'll transition to Crisis Zone, which will be my 4th game, and that'll be the PlayStation 2 port. All right, I'll be back in a bit.